So this is going to be a quick introduction video to the Janome Coverpro 3000. So the main things is when you first get your Coverpro out of your box, you should always, as with any overlocker, should always make sure your aerial is pulled up to its highest height. So when stored, it is going to be down, but make sure you pull that all the way up. Okay, so here we have our machine, and these are the stitches that it will do. You've got your cover hem with the top cover, and this is what it looks like on the underneath. So your cover hem will always look along this sort of lines underneath. Your 3 needle, your 2 needle, wide or narrow, and then your chain stitch. So again, here on the top, this is with the top cover engaged, and then without your 3 needle, 2 needle wide, 2 needle narrow chain stitch. So you can also put the top cover on the 2 needles, wide or narrow. So this is currently set up to a 3 needle with the cover hem, top cover. So features you've got on the machine, you have got the extra light that pulls out. You've got your needle threaders, individual tension units, which you get on the overlockers in general. On the side, you've got your balance wheel, your stitch length, and your differential feed. Now that's what helps to keep the fabric nice and flat when it's misbehaving, or to create stretch or gather for a decorative purpose. On the front here also you've got your fine tune, the standard fabrics or the fine fabrics, which just slightly brings in that tension to give you a slightly less loopy stitch on the back of that stitching. On the underneath for threading, you have your quick release mechanism under here. So this little dial pulls out. Sorry, I'm trying to do it with my left. There it is. And then that disengages your under looper to make that easier for threading. Now the machine will still run if this is out, but you won't create a stitch. So just make sure that gets pushed back in. So engaging and disengaging the top cover is very easy. It's engaged at the moment, so to disengage there's a little button on the back of the lever which you push in and then lift, and then to re-engage it's just push down and it clicks into place. So threading is generally in the order from right to left, but as long as you do the lower one first and then all the top bits and pieces, you can re-engage the top cover at any time. And then the needles are generally easier from red, blue and yellow, but you can just rethread at any time. That's not too much of a problem. So it's over your aerial, down under your clip and follow your pathway in through here. Once you've threaded your needle or the eye of your looper, just let that dangle down and the machine will bring that thread up as you start to stitch. Your top cover comes through your tension disc, and from here it's coming under this one here, and then under, over, under, over, under, and then over, and it's clearly diagrammed down here in your machine, as with the rest of your threading pathways as well. And then your needles through your tension disc, once they come under here, they come all the way across, over, behind this hook here. The hook's here at the top of the needles here to separate them, to make sure they stay apart, behind this last little hook, and then down to the needles. Now there is that needle threader, so I'm just going to show you one of these needles being threaded. So you've got a lever left, middle and right. So depending on which needle you are threading, you engage that in the appropriate position. Your lever for that needle threader is here on the side. And we drop that down. So that engages into the appropriate needle. And I actually want the left-hand needle. And you bring it around this hook here, tuck it underneath, and then raise, which brings you a small hoop to which you get with your tweezers. And there's your needle threaded. The cover hem machines, also as well as having the needle thread, they use needles ELX 705. It's important to use good quality needles. They come in sizes generally 80/12 or 90/14 for either your light to medium weights or your medium to heavy weights.